Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Tonight is Sunday, April 18th. The weeklies just closed on Bitcoin, and some might have been scared of the drop yesterday on Bitcoin price. So we'll analyze that and talk about that and where we are in the current market structure and market cycle. And I wanted to highlight certain altcoins, Bitcoin dominance, as we've been talking about, and one specific strategy that I like to use during down days for Bitcoin and to be able to analyze based on price action of certain coins, which coins to focus on that held strong during the Bitcoin drops. And I also want to analyze two accounts that I like to follow or highlight two accounts on Twitter that provide great value as well, great free value for the community. So I wanted to start off today with this quote from Warren Buffett. And everybody here, since you're watching this, you're eager to learn and you already took the first step. And the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. So all of us here are trying to be continual learners, stack knowledge every day, build knowledge brick by brick until we're able to build a house and keep investing in our knowledge piggy bank each day. So with current analysis of charts daily, focusing on the news, studying different traders, just being in tune with the market each day, you'll become a better trader. You'll learn more each day. And then one day you'll be very comfortable and this will become second nature to you. The first thing is to just start and begin somewhere. And you have already taken that first step. Thank you for taking the time out and watching this and hope you learned something valuable. And just as a reminder, all of this is just educational purposes only and not financial advice. I'm not your advisor and I can't tell you what to do. So first thing, we'll talk about the possible reasons for the Bitcoin price drop. But overall, in my analysis or my thought process from what I've seen, happen over and over again and seen through Twitter is that this is just normal price action when people become too over exuberant and too happy about the markets. It tends to reset a little bit and shake people out, people that are over leveraged with longs, and then they get liquidated, which means they lose their money and it goes to these exchanges. The market resets and then we resume up again or we consolidate for a little bit. So this account tweeted about possible reasons for the Bitcoin price drop. So drops in Bitcoin's hash rate, which is the rate in which Bitcoin is mined by various miners. The news about the CFO, CTOs of Coinbase selling their stock, which they said they sold 100% when it was just a very small portion of their overall stock holdings, and some possible false fake news regarding the US Treasury charging financial companies over crypto money laundering. And the result of this, a huge sell-off and liquidations for positions. So like if somebody had a stop loss, it got hit, and then which caused further sell-offs as well. So the term for this in the crypto universe is called FUD, which stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So when this news comes out and the price drops, people become fearful and scared of the market, and this is known as FUD. But like we did earlier on previous videos, I wanted to highlight just pure chart analysis and why I still think we're very early in the cycle, or not early necessarily, but we're not near a top yet. The first account I wanted to highlight is Traderkoz. Great trader, he has some great videos as well. So his analysis or his price target for Bitcoin is 300K. So you can see here, extrapolated like about 1,096 days of accumulation, and looks like we saw that all over again. And then these are the 3-month candles, so each candle represents 3 months here, and you can see the start of 2021, or this was just, when was this tweet? This tweet was in November 2020, so this is back in 2020, just breaking out of the previous monthly resistance, so the close of the candles, breaking out. He was seeing the same chart pattern happen again. And his target, based on what happened previously, would be around 300K. Don't sell too early, and this is our second chance at replicating what 2017 happened. But I wanted to discuss why we're seeing even more bullish price action compared to what happened in 2017, and why our targets might even be higher than this. But history doesn't repeat, but it likely rhymes. But with the bullish narratives and the different environment with pandemic, consistent government stimulus, the devaluation of the US dollar, and institutions and big money getting into crypto, we can see this number possibly reach even higher. So I'll go into the charts and show why we may be possibly exceeding the targets or the price action of 2017. So a lot of people were scared about this Bitcoin drop yesterday, but I wanted to highlight how bullish we are on the monthly charts. So the first thing to do if you're scared is always have a longer time horizon view. So zoom out. Don't necessarily look at the daily, the intraday charts and be very scared. Oh, I lost blank money. Bitcoin went down thousands, $5,000, $10,000 today. Look at the longer term picture. So comparing this to 2017, right? So look at these moving averages. So the orange right here, you can see orange is the 9-day EMA. Yellow is the 200-day SMA. And look at what happened in 2017, right? So we were touching the yellow and orange line, riding it up, basically in concession, but look at 2021. We're not even touching the line really. We're hovering above it. So this is why I think we're even more bullish than we were in 2017. Actually, currently, and look at 2017. We're on the monthly chart, remember. We had a red candle here in January, a red candle in March. Look at what happened in January this year. Green. We started off at 28,000. We hit a peak of 42,000 and we closed at 33,000. And then compared to 2017 here, March, another red candle. We're still hovering around the EMA and the SMA. March this year, not even close, way above it. And then started the month off at 45K, ended around 58, 59K, and breached all the way up to 60K. And then now, this month we hit a high of 64K. Yesterday, pretty scary though, not gonna lie, down to 51K. But if you have a long time view, long time horizon, you can see that this is just a blip in the radar. It's nothing new. This happens in Bitcoin's price all the time. Just be prepared for the volatility. Everybody loves the volatility of crypto, Bitcoin, when price goes up, but hates the volatility when it goes down. Those two are two sides of the same coin. So you can't have one without the other. So let's break it down to the weekly chart and actually look at the volume as well. 2017 compared and 2021 compared to 2017. Significantly higher volume now with different players getting involved in the space. And the exchange I'm looking at is Coinbase. So Tesla used Coinbase for their buyings, MicroStrategy used Coinbase for their buyings. So significant volume for institutions and American money here. And just zooming out to the weekly, Look, even compare the weeklies from 2017 to now. Look at the weeklies. It was touching the green. Green is the 20-day EMA. Back in March 2017, you're touching a lot. We even touched the 200-week SMA here. And we were riding this a lot, touching the green there again. So all throughout April, you can see we're wicking below it, even hovering around it all of April. Look where we are now in April. We're nowhere near close to the green or the yellow lines. We're way above it. We're just hovering literally above the orange, the 9-week EMA, which is the most recent price action and which is the most sign of bullishness compared to 2017 price action. Very, very bullish. And this is pretty obvious. You can see all this without even having any trend line. So you could have a resistance line right here around 20K. You could put a resistance line here above 12K and draw support here around 32K. Support here maybe at 45K, 55K. If you want to go lower, even 50K. But now let's throw on the trend lines. And I also wanted to highlight the historical price drops for Bitcoin this year or since this bull run started. So remember how we mentioned 12K as being a certain range. Remember just buying the breakout here and just following the move up. Boom. Very clear price action. Closed above the previous resistance right here on the left. Decent volume. Continue to move up. So here, what month is this? Back in October, Bitcoin was about, November, December. Bitcoin was about like 16 to 20K. And you can see the drop when we hit about 20K, 19.5K. We did drop to about 16K, which was an 18% price drop. Here in January, we hit above 42K, dropped to around 30K, 29K the lowest, touched the 9-day EMA, bounced right off it. This was a 30% price drop. So Rec Capital, one of the accounts I've constantly mentioned, he states that price retracements actually, this is a retracement, are between like 20 to 30% for Bitcoin. But if you compare it to corrections, they're normally around 30 to 40%. So you can see 30 to 40% possible drops, which is normal in the market. But another reason why this cycle is a lot more bullish, we're not even getting that. We're only getting 18%, 30% here. We're around 60K. We dropped down to 44K, or here, even at 43K, 26% drop. And what happened just yesterday? We were at just at around 64, almost 65K, and we dropped to 51K, 21% price drop. So 18, 30, 26, 21%, very normal in the crypto markets, nothing to be afraid of. And then another thing I want to highlight, let's have these drawings. This blue line right here. This blue line, you can see on the indicators is the 50-day SMA. So look, when the price action broke out here above 12K, as you mentioned earlier, it has been above the 50-day SMA this whole time as well. And when it did touch the 50-day SMA back in January, I dropped from 42K to 30, 28, 29K. Boom, right when it touched it, it continued up. This next time it touched it back in March, moved up. This is only the third time we've touched this since this whole start of the bull run back in October. And good thing is it closed right around it or right above it. And I'd expect similar moves like this or this on this candle to continue upwards. But also zooming out, you can see, let's look at the daily. It's a better visualization here. Pretty parabolic move from October to December, but you can see that the strength of the moves are weakening a little bit. Look at the angle. A little less than this one right here. And then if you draw a trend line from the tops, it's getting smaller and smaller. So price is starting to mainly decrease in the percentage gains. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, but nothing in the bullish structure has changed. And Bitcoin dominance is dropping even further. We had this range marked out previously in the 52, 53 range down to even 49. And you can see we're on the weekly chart. It's continually dropping. So Bitcoin is losing percentage of market share. And you can see the RSI here dropping to levels we haven't seen since, oh, look what we have here, like March, April 2017. So they're saying history doesn't repeat, but it's looking like it's somewhat rhyming right now. And if we do break below this 49, we could see a huge altcoin rally, even bigger than what we're seeing now, if this happens. And you could kind of see, if you go to CoinGecko and just look up the prices of different coins and the percentage gain against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is down 2.5%, right? Look at Dogecoin. Oh, this is one of the things I like to do when the price of Bitcoin's down is to see what altcoins are doing or which altcoins are performing well. And then this is a strong signal or indicator of what coins will continue even higher or move faster than Bitcoin when the market starts to become more bullish again. So Bitcoin's down 2.5%, right? Doge is up 17%. So that means Doge has outperformed Bitcoin by 19.5%. If you think through that, if Bitcoin's down and Doge is up this much, the difference, if you add it between the two. So look at VeChain, 22% to 2.5. So this has outperformed Bitcoin by 25% basically today. Chainlink outperformed Bitcoin by 11%. Look at these. Neo and Solana. There also is, let's try to highlight a few coins. Chain, 19%. Maker, 16%. Okay, and we're just in the top 100 here. QTUM, 30%. But what you can do, literally whenever Bitcoin's down, and look at the market dominance dropping here, below 50%. Just sort it by what gained the most for the day. So Neo. So what my thought process is in looking at these trends is trying to find a trend in which coins are moving and why. So Neo, what is Neo? So back in the day, back in 2018, Neo was dubbed the Asian Ethereum. So it's based in China. Smart contract platform, exactly like Ethereum, where different companies can build on it and whatnot, and it has its own ecosystem. So Neo up 44%. Yeah, like 45% in a day. That's insane. And Bitcoin is down 2.5%. So significantly outperforming Bitcoin. So there's Neo. Let's look at the price action on Neo. Let's hide charts on Neo. I kind of forgot about this coin. Has not been on my radar at all. But I did used to look at it. And I actually have some in some wallet somewhere. I can't access it. So let's hope I can access that soon because it's going crazy. Let's look at this chart on Neo. This reminds me of Ethereum. just off the top of my head. One bottom, another double bottom, breaking out possibly. Let's look at Ethereum. Here's ETH. Boom, boom. See? Not crazy. And NEO's like somewhere around here in price action relative to Ethereum. Alright, and then watch when I turn on my drawings. This will be the last time I looked at it. NEO was around 20 bucks to less than even $5. Now it's at 126. So when everybody just talks about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Ripple, whatever, those are like the main coins people talk about. There are so many other plays. There's literally an unlimited number of plays that can make you money in this market. It's insane. And if you just followed this chart closely, you could clearly see where the perfect entries were. So right here at this neckline, broke above it. You could have even just entered here. Good volume. And then like we always talk about, break above. You want to see a retest that line and then move continually up. Actually, a perfect entry would have been right here. I feel like. So January, even 2021, 25 bucks to 125. You would have 5 times your money. Look how strong this volume is. Way stronger than 2018, 2019. Let's move up. Look at the daily. Crazy. Look how extended it is above the 9-day EMA. All right, so that's the top performer, NEO, smart contract platform. So actually, I want to show this too. Something I discovered the other day. You click smart contract platform, you can see it sorted by which are the top smart contract platform plays. So you have Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, Stellar, Solana, Tezos, like we discussed. So yeah, those are moving. And then you could even sort it 24 hours. But these are like some crazy coins. You don't need to focus on. Mainly, you could just focus on the top 100 just to keep it simple. But it's a great way to organize it. So NEO, top performer. Let's look at Solana. Solana, another smart contract platform play. All right, and I wanted to highlight this account I mentioned earlier. Look, he's talking about Sol. Clear breakout range for Sol. Checking out his TA. Has his resistance at $30. Boom, breakout. What do we always talk about? Come down and retest that previous resistance and support. And continuous move up. See, once you get these charts, it's the same thing over and over again. Solana, Solana. And he's talking about Bitcoin. So there's something with Bitcoin called Bitcoin futures, which are contracts traded for Bitcoin, similar to options. But futures close on Fridays and opens on Sundays. So it closed on Friday, like 62K, and it opened today on Sunday at 57K. And something they always say about futures is that the price gaps normally get filled. So there's a gap here, gap here. Well, they say that, but you can see not all of them always get filled. But the expectation is for Bitcoin to fill this gap, to go back up to 62K sometime very shortly. And I want to highlight Ansem as well. One of my favorite traders, Black Noise on Twitter. You can see just a regular dude from New York. And this tweet right here, August 18, 2020. Imagine letting anyone outwork you. So for anyone watching this, this is a regular guy like me and you. Anybody can do this. Anything's possible. As long as you put in the work each and every day, get the screen time in, put in time to learn what the ecosystem, what crypto's about, and how to pick each plays. What I'm trying to share with you guys, that we can all do this. And here's some good charts he has. One thing that people like to highlight is fractals, which is seeing the same pattern over and over again. Like how I said, NEO looked exactly like ETH. Look at this fractal on Bitcoin. Looks like a head and shoulders. So shoulder, head, shoulder, possibly. Remember what head and shoulders pattern was. Okay, right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Looking pretty similar to this. This is at 64K, right? Same pattern happened at 62K. This shoulder tried to retest the neckline resistance right here, then got rejected. Same thing here, got rejected, went down. But you can see that none of the patterns look exactly similar, but general sense they do. In definition of insanity, you see the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And this is a great tweet by him. The most obvious trades are usually the only ones you need to take. Let's look at Solana. He has been very bullish and hyping Solana forever, and it took me a while to get into Solana, but I'm actually do have some Solana, and I'm looking to further invest in it. But all right, let's turn off these. Look how bullish this is. It's 2021, riding the 9-day EMA all the way up. Hasn't even thought about touching this, the 20-day EMA. Continued up. Let me turn this on. Some resistance support lines. Blew past all of them. Consolidation. Remember how we talked about with Bitcoin touching the 50-day SMA as a good buying opportunity? Like this one didn't even touch it, it just wicked. This one right here, around $12, was a great buying opportunity, and you can see the volume was here. Or decent volume, but right here, volume on the breakout above this resistance line. I was holding it back from February all the way to the end of March, so about a month. Good volume on this breakout right here. Boom. Broke out above this resistance early February right here. Continued up upwards ever since. Riding the 20-day EMA perfectly and onwards. You could possibly wait for a retest down here to 28 or even somewhere down here 22 to 28. But look how strong this volume is right here on this move today. Crazy move. And if we're just thinking of this as a long-term investment, this seems like a pretty obvious trade to me. Like you said, most obvious trades are usually the best ones, and less is more. And here he's talking about Solana and Rune. And he talks about Wi-Fi here. Let's see. There's a tweet that he had about Solana previously. All right, here. So Rune is the strongest cross-chain play. So a cross-chain play means where different blockchains can interact with each other, and Rune, that's Rune's purpose. Sol is a L1 alternative, so layer one solution. So anything you have a question on, just Google it. Layer one is a term that's used to describe the underlying main blockchain architecture. Layer two is a network that lies on top of it. So layer one is like the main blockchain smart contract platform like Ethereum, Solana. Layer two is something that's built on top of it. So Bitcoin is a layer one network, which is its own blockchain. Ethereum is its own blockchain. Okay, so we're seeing a trend here, right? Smart contract platforms. What else performed well? QTUM, another smart contract platform. Let's just select QTUM here. See smart contract platform. And you could just look at the price action. QTUM, PQ. See QTUM here. Look at this. What does this almost look like? Somewhat similar to the Ethereum chart, somewhat similar to the Neo chart. Oh, what type of coin was it? A smart contract platform, layer one coin. Okay. And what did Ethereum do? Broke past its all-time highs and has kept going. So you would expect QTUM to follow that. You'd expect Neo to follow that. Solana's already at its all-time high. Solana's one of the newer coins, actually. Let's look up Sam Bankman-Fried Solana. So this guy, I haven't highlighted him before. Founder of FTX, which is one of the best trading platforms or trading exchanges. They have FTX US, and then this guy actually, so FTX.US platform I use, Miami Heat. So the FTX actually won the rights to the name of the Miami Heat Arena, the NBA basketball team. Sam Bankman-Fried. So this guy's legit. He's very bullish on Solana, and then his project Serum is built. It's a derivatives exchange, so like options exchange for crypto, but it's built on Solana and his project Serum that he created. This guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, Biden, he also was the second biggest donor to Joe Biden in this past year's presidential election. Pretty crazy stuff how crypto is integrated right here. Second largest donor to Joe Biden, Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of FTX. So another reason why people are bullish on Solana. And let's highlight a few other coins. We'll look at Yearn and Doge. So Doge is still really bullish. It's actually pretty crazy. And but looking at the differences of these coins, you might ask, like, oh, why is Yearn 55K? It's almost as much as Bitcoin, right? Look at the max supply. There's only 36,000 Yearn. What is Yearn? It's a yield aggregator, and it's in DeFi. Was one of the main categories we've talked about frequently, DeFi, DeFi, DeFi. So you can see was it some of the top performers here. You have Thorchain, you have Link, you have Maker, you have Yearn down here. Was performing well as well. Maker's another DeFi play. So you want to find coins with similar use cases like we talked about, similar categories, because those could be running in unison. Okay, so you're in 36,000 circulating supply only. How many coins are there available for Bitcoin? 21 million. Yearn only has 36,000. Crazy. And then Yearn, if you look them up on Twitter, they have their own account. They actually do buybacks, just like stock buybacks. So they bought 28 Wi-Fi for 1.16 million, the price of 41K per Yearn. Now it's at 55K. So crazy. And then Yearn, you could look at their website. It's actually pretty cool. I wanted to try to do some yielding on this, but never got around to it. There's so much moving on in crypto, but let's look at their website. What you can do. Get into it, but yeah, there's their website on there. And let's look at the charts for Yearn. Remember what Ansem said? The best trades are usually the most obvious ones, right? YFI. Look at this chart, man. You draw resistance right here around 43K. You can see the wick right here touch that. Candle closes, candle opens, whatever. Candle bodies touch this area. Just this range right here around 43K. Boom, last week broke up above that. I expect further continuation up. And let's turn on the charts. We could even look at the moving averages like we've talked about before. Not as bullish as the other ones because remember the other ones were way above or riding just a 9-day EMA, the orange line, but this one's more so the green. Now it's starting to deviate from this 9-day EMA. Drawings. Look at that. Very clear resistance break right here above 48K. Was there volume to support the move? Yes. Did we retest? Yes. Once, twice. And look what happened yesterday. Dropped down to 41K. Ended up closing, opened the day here at 49K. Dropped to 41, 42K. Closed the day at 53K. Insane. And even today we wicked up all the way to about 57K. We're at 55 right now. This is very bullish, obvious trade, continuation up. Perfectly held this trend line up. And you could see it was even below this blue, the 50-day SMA. So now it can possibly continue its move up. Very strong move. So yeah, that's about it for today. Looking at altcoin market cap as well, getting near my range of profit taking possibly for alts, but we just want to see how it reacts over here. So we could still see that we're on the weekly chart. See continued bullish movement till April, May, possibly June, and just in the beginning of the altcoin market cap cycle. All right, hope you guys found some value today. Keep up to date with the markets this week. Continue charting each day, staying up to date with the news, getting the invaluable screen time, and keep hodling, keep studying, keep learning. I hope you all have a great week. Thanks for watching. Peace.